Welcome back students to our YouTube channel. In this today's video we will be discussing about how to master general test in the CUET 2023. So let's begin. Before moving ahead, let me just briefly tell you what's the agenda of this video. Firstly, we'll be discussing about syllabus and the pattern. Then we will move ahead with the previous year question paper analysis, and then we will be discussing some myths which revolve around this examination. Then we will be ending the video with the preparation strategy and how to approach general test for CUET 2023. So before moving ahead, let me just introduce our courses for CUET 2023 that we are offering for this academic year. These courses are very student friendly and affordable. So for this we have mock test series, we have lecture series for general tests and the English language. You can buy these courses on our website eulogic.in. So if you have any query, you can just contact us on WhatsApp. The link of the same is given in the description box below. Let's move ahead. So before coming to the syllabus and the pattern of the CUET 2023, let me just give you a intro about CUET 2022. So after this we can like comparatively analyze both the CUET 2023 and 23 and 22 paper. So if we talk about CUET 2022, we have to do 60 question. We had to do 60 question out of 75, and the time allocated is 60 minutes. The maximum marks was 300 because 5 marks for every correct answer and -1 for every wrong answer was awarded. So if we see, the paper was divided again in three sections: quantitative aptitude, reasoning, GK plus current affair. So in the last year itself, in one paper we have seen the question numbers in the quant aptitude. They are approximately 20 to 26 questions were asked in the quantitative aptitude. In the reasoning, there again 18 to 20 questions are asked. For the GK, it is around 30 questions are asked. As you are aware that CUET 2022 was happened in phases, so there are many phases, so there are multiple exam for general test or the other domain subjects. So I have taken this as a mean of all the papers after analyzing. After that I have came like 18 question came from reasoning. After that's a average mean of all the papers. So if we talk about especially one paper, the first paper itself, in that phase we have seen that the question are asked from number system, equation, mensuration, profit loss, ratio proportion, lines and angles, statistics, percentage, average, time, distance, speed, bot and stream. So these are the division of question in one of the paper of one of the examination last year. Similar here, you can see about the reasoning from the blood relation. One question is there, Venn diagram 4 question, series 2 question, puzzle 7 question, direction 1, odd one out 1 question, and same for the coding and syllogism. So for the third section, which is current affairs and the general test, we current affairs and general knowledge, we saw 31 question from this section. 11 are from current affairs and 20 are from GK itself. So this was about the CUET 2022. Now talking about CUET 2023, pattern has changed. Now we have to do only 50 questions out of 60. Earlier it was we have to do 60 question out of 75 question. So remember this. And the time allocated was similar, no change in time allocation. And the maximum marks has reduced as the number of question we have to attempt has reduced to 50. So maximum marks have reached 250, and the marks for every correct and wrong answer is same as earlier, which is +5 and -1. So now talking about the syllabus, for there is no change in the syllabus itself. The syllabus for the last year and this year is same. Again, we can divide the syllabus into three parts: quantitative aptitude, reasoning, and GK plus current affairs. So after analyzing all the previous year question papers and TA syllabus, finally we have come up with these list of topics which are highly relevant for the examination. So if you are preparing for this examination general test, do make sure that you at least cover these topics, which are number system, simplification, average, percentage, profit loss, equation, ratio proportion, average, LCM, time and work, simple interest, compound interest, allegation, mixture, board stream, time, distance, speed, probability, mensuration, lines and angle, and statistics. Similarly, we have come up with the reasoning topics which are highly important, and the probability of coming in the examination is high, because these are asked in the previous year papers. So make sure you cover at least these topics. So in the reasoning, we have blood relation, Venn diagram, series, puzzle, ranking and order, direction, odd one out, arrangements, inequalities, visual reasoning, statement conclusion, decoding, coding, syllogism. So similarly, for GK plus current affairs section, I can say you should at least 1 year current affairs is must for the examination. Although not exactly 1 year, even if you covered last 10 month current affair, that would be enough. But just to make sure, you should not even miss one question if it comes from the current affair. You should at least have a 2 months buffer as well. So prepare one last year current affairs, and along with that, have a basics of some subjects, like question in the previous year. I will show you in the further slides from where question has been asked. So you should cover some basics of constitution, basic of geography, basic Indian history, especially modern history. In the same way, basic Indian economy, then basic journal science till 10th class, you can say you have to cover for this section. And additionally topics, so these are the some of the basic topics, overall themes, and some these are some additional topics from where question has been asked in the previous year question, and some of topics which are highly important and can be asked in this year examination. So we have selected these topics, which are states and capital, national parks, famous rivers and dam, folk dance, festivals, freedom fighters, prime minister, governor, CMs, rank and index, amendments, constitution, awards, prize, then international groupings, then Sansad, Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, then census. So question from these are expected from these areas in this section as well. So as I told you, I'm telling you all these from where question can be asked or question has been asked. This is not I'm telling you from any source. I have done an analysis of all the 10 phases which happened in the CUT 2022. So in 10 phases exam has happened, and after analyzing all the phases examination, general test examination of all the 10 phases, I have come up with this analysis that these topics are relevant for the examination. As you can see, now talking about the myths which revolve around this examination and journal test in particular. Firstly, talking about the quantitative aptitude and reasoning section, you will find many random YouTube channels and many random websites which say 5-6 topics are important for examination. If you cover these 5-6 topics in quant and the reasoning, you will crack this examination. But that's not the case, my friend. You can see again, I have, after analyzing all the papers of the previous year, last year's, this in this slide itself you can see there are 10 questions. All the 10 questions are from different topics. I can show you 10 more topics if you want, but these are enough to show that this is a myth that you just cover 5-6 topics and you will crack this examination. That's not the case. There is a reason why I have mentioned all these topics for quant and all these topics for reasoning, that these are highly relevant for examination. So do consider this. Now moving ahead to the second myth, which both these myths, that there is no need of short tricks, and there is question are asked, the level of question is only very low, which is class 8 itself. So first I have to tell you, you have 60 minutes. I'm repeating this again, and you have you have to do 50 questions. So first of all, level, you can see in this itself, the level of these questions is not till 8th class, it's a bit higher. So there might be question where in some question you may you stuck in the examination. So you should, I'm not saying you should learn all the tricks, but you should learn the tricks. So you have, because you have to do the examination, so all the 50 questions in a limited period of time, which is 60 minutes. So you should learn the short tricks to minimize your time to solve each question. So that's you should focus. Now moving ahead, regarding the myth which in the current phase and the decay segment, it is a widely accepted fact. It's actually not a fact, it's a widely accepted myth that only last 6 month current affairs is asked in the examination, and you should cover only last 6 month current affairs for this examination. But let me show you again, I'm not telling you from anywhere random source. These are previous year questions in CUT 2022. Here you can see our exam. If you see, exam happened in after May. So after May, you can say from Jan to May, or let's say December to May, these current affairs to be asked according to the myths which revolving around this examination. But as you can see, this question was asked in CUT 2022. This is from November 2021. Again, this question was from September 2021. This question from August. As you can see, these all are previous year question. And let me tell you, there is another myth which revolves. You should not give the focus on the last 1 month current affairs just before the examination. Let's say like the first examination started in May itself, and this is the news, International Booker's Prize. This is the news of Jan 24th. Let me be very specific. So you should not miss the very latest news itself, even 1 week before the examination. And you should also not miss the last 1 year current affairs. So, and the second myth, this is the regarding the current affairs. The another myth which goes is regarding the GK is that anything under the sun will be asked in the examination. Although in the, if you see the NTA syllabus, it is not mentioned which topic of the general knowledge will be asked. And there we all know there is no such specific syllabus for general knowledge. But still, if you see, there is a specific types of question has been asked, which I have already given you the syllabus in the previous slide. As you can see here, like these are the some of the important topics and which are relevant for the general knowledge, from which question has been asked in the previous year, and the probability of coming again. And some of the new topics are also there here: international grouping, Sansad, from where questions are expected, because these are highly relevant and the highly relevant topic for the exam point of view, any competitive exam. One, this is again regarding GK. Now there is another thing regarding the index ranking and price. So index ranking is a thing which come in 1 year itself. Every after 12 months, ranking of any index will come. So it might come before examination, or let's say your examination is in May. So there may be some index which will come in let's say first half of the 2023. So you should remember the rankings of that. But there might be some indexing rankings price that are announced after in the second half of the year, let's say after May or June, like in September. So September 23. So those index of 23 latest index will not be available. So the latest which is available is will be of 2022. So you should remember index and the rankings of the last year itself, which will come under last 1 year current affairs. So just to mention this as well. Now we will see our approach for the examination. Again, we will divide based on the quantitative aptitude, reasoning, and current affairs and general knowledge. So talking about the firstly quantitative aptitude and reasoning. First of all, select you should have a basic conceptual clarity of the topics I have mentioned in the previous slides. You should cover the basics of all those topics and have a conceptual clarity of each topic. After that, refer a good source, good resource material to practice the questions. And after doing these two steps, if you have time, then come on this third, which is learn tricks and memorize formulas, which will help you to reduce the time you are taking to solve per questions. So if you have time, do learn the tricks and memorize the tricks and the formulas, which will be you will take an edge in the examination if you learn the tricks and the formulas for the solving the quantitative aptitude and reasoning question. And after doing all this, you should practice, you should have a practice sheet, like you should practice the question. That's the formula for the quantitative aptitude and reasoning questions. And after doing like topic wise practice sheet, you then finally just before the examination, or 1 or 2 months before examination, you should start taking mock test. not only for this general test or quantitative aptitude or reasoning section, but mock test of the whole CUET or every domain subject to including language to general test. You should give mock test of all. So now talking about the approach in the current phase. So for the next 2 months, like hardly there are 2 months for the examination, so you should now start reading newspaper for the next 2 months. The reason behind is, first of all, you will get the content for the current affairs. Along with the current affairs, you will learn many facts, many general facts, so it will help you in general knowledge. Thirdly, it will help you in comprehension, reading comprehensions of the English section if you have chosen the English as your language for the examination. So that will help in reading comprehension as well. As with this, you will be able to increase your reading speed, your comprehension skill. It will improve by reading editorials in the newspaper. And along with this, so this is for the next 2 months for the current affairs and GK. And for the rest, which are like last 8 to 10 months from where you have to cover, you should definitely refer a compilation of the current affairs. Along with that, a GK is also given in the same compilation magazine, or a separate GK magazine or compilation you can refer. uh, uh, I can assure Eulogic Times, which will be launching on our Telegram channel very soon, will be an highly effective tool to prepare for these current affairs as well as general tests. So you should join our Telegram channel, where it is available for free. It is highly comprehensive and inclusive magazine we will be launching. So do consider this while preparing for this examination. Now talking about the general test, as I have already mentioned, you should have basic knowledge about some subjects like constitution, Indian geography, Indian economy, history, especially modern history, then basic science. So these are some of the subjects you should have knowledge, and from these uh, journal subjects, question has been asked in previous year and probability of coming again is also high. Then you should have a GK compilation of the topics which I mentioned in the earlier slide, and we have included that in our Eulogic time. So that's a one-stop solution for your GK and the general knowledge queries. That will be a one-stop solution for all this. And after doing reading and learning, you should practice the questions same as the quantitative aptitude and reasoning. And again, you have to solve the mocks for not only for this, but for current phase, GK, and for the all the subjects you have in the CUET 2023. So that's all for this video. If you still have any query regarding any section, general test in particular, or CUET 2023 in examination, in filling CUET forms, in admission process, if you have any query related to CUET, you can contact us on Telegram. This is my personal handle on the Telegram. You can contact me on this. And if you want to contact on us, you can contact also on WhatsApp. This is our number. You can just message and just forward your query. We will happy to help you and to resolve your query. So that's all for this video. Thanks.